it's so nice to be with you today, Reverend Candace Nadine Breen, and you're gonna chat with us a little bit about how to get over trauma and how to heal when you've gone through some difficult life situations. So welcome to the interview. I'm so glad to meet you.
Thank you, Erica. It's such a pleasure to be here. Now, when we talk about healing, it's not an overnight thing. There's no magical pill to take and abracadabra, it's over. Healing is a lifelong adventure, but we can increase the amount we heal by taking a certain number of steps. Now, the first step is to just get real. You have to get real, get out all the garbage of whatever event that it was that happened to you. Just get rid of it. If it means cry, then cry. If it means write, then write.
I like that you brought up that people can kind of find their own, like, here's a path that people can heal. People can get over deep-seated, difficult things that maybe happened in their childhood or happened. I know you've been through a lot yourself, and you've somehow managed to get past it. So I love that. I just want to let people know, too, that Reverend Candace Nadine Breen has her book, After the Darkness, is available. And this really goes into more detail on healing from trauma. But yeah, let's talk about that. So we can release our grief. We can release by crying. We can release by writing. I think, of course, you know me, I love writing as a path to healing. So number one is get real, and then what?
Okay, well, when you get real, you have to stop blaming yourself. Don't take any responsibility for whatever happens, because you can't control the way other people treat you in regards to whatever stuff they may be having, whatever baggage or whatever they have. Because if someone hurts someone, obviously they have a problem as well. The second thing you need to do is love. That's where I say bring in love. That love heals, love helps, and you have to accept yourself and love yourself, because the universe operates out of love.
Don't you think when you've had like difficult things with parents, like I know for me, my parents, for me it was always like I was never the right shape. Mm-hmm. So they hated my weight. They were embarrassed to take me places. They seriously would not take me to they wouldn't take me to like family events. They'd leave me at home. Like it was crazy how embarrassed they were of me. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, but it is interesting. And I met so many people who have gone through that, I myself included. And it took me a long time to understand that it wasn't my problem. It was their problem, because they have had their own self-image issues that they projected onto their children.
That's so true. That's so true. And I also, it was really interesting. This is sort of a tangent, but sometimes we might have been too loud or shined too bright for them. Like they might not have been able to handle, like if you had all this brilliance, Candace, because as you grow, you seem to be getting more and more and more brilliant, right?
Right.
In your life.
It intimidates other people when you shine so bright.
It really can. I mean, that's not fascinating.
And they may not know that they are trying to snuff out your light by those comments or whatever they do to hurt you. But and that's their way of that's their defense mechanism.
Okay, so stepping into love, and then what next?
Help. My last thing is help. I know when I first started talking about my own personal issues, I felt that every time I spoke about it, I felt that I was not only helping other people, but helping myself. And as I said, the universe operates out of love. And when we help other people in their own journey, we are in essence helping ourselves to heal, to stand stronger within our own body. And it's it's a ripple effect. The person you help, they get stronger, and eventually they'll be able to help someone else, and so on and so forth. So that's my 3 points: release, love, and help. Very simple, yet so difficult.
Well, I don't know if anything, I look at like that image of Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, on the top of the mountain.
Right.
And honestly, you can't get up there on that top of that mountain without it hurting or it being
Right.
painful. Your calves are going to hurt. Your thighs are going to hurt. Your breath is going to be short. When you're doing anything worth anything, in my mind, sometimes there's going to be like these places,
Yes, that's
right?
why it's the journey. That's why it's
Yeah.
called the journey, because there are triumphs and there are failures or times we fall along the way. And we learn from those potholes in our lives, and we're able to help other people and grow from our journey.
And
And that's
your book's coming out kind of right in the middle of the Me Too movement.
yes.
And we're seeing so much more of people sharing like these
Mhm.
past abuses, past sexual abuse, past trauma. Uh, Maybe in the context of that, do you recommend that people do talk about what happened to them, even if they might fear, being like seen as wrong, even though they're the one that was wronged, right?
Well, Erica, that's a very good question, because there is this fear of we'll say the survivor here, and we'll use the example of a survivor. The survivor may have this fear of backlash from family, from friends. I know sharing my story has caused me to lose a lot of friends, and that's okay. That's okay. Sure, it does hurt. But if you keep it to yourself, who are you helping? No one.
Mm.
There may be some person out there who can really benefit from your story. And not only that, not only to benefit a person who may be enduring, but also helping the community at large, the global community, because then other people will understand how they can help. Like if someone's going through something in some student may have maybe enduring something at home, but the more people speak out, maybe the more it can encourage workshops at professional developments, so that others can understand how they could be of service to
Mm.
those who may be enduring, and how to recognize signs as well.
Yeah,
How
I
to
love it.
recognize signs, and to get this to be something that is talked about and is no longer taboo, so that it can also probably cut down the rate of abuse, and help those people in the community recognize the signs of abuse
Yeah,
as well.
I
So we
love it.
can all be part of this.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and chatting with me today. Everyone, if you missed the open, this is the Reverend Candace Nadine Breen. She's the author of a new book called After the Darkness, and she goes into depth on her own surviving and thriving. So thank you for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you, Erica.